Is your body a prison? Do you feel it limits your abilities? Many ancients thought so. There were various movements and practices to escape the body, feeling as though it was restricting any spiritual growth. Those going into deeper states of awareness, like into a theta state, and were altered states trying to go into a trance and actually physically escape the body to achieve spiritual growth and spiritual enlightenment. In ancient Christianity, they actually punished the body, and it was called modification of the flesh. The truth is that this method of thinking couldn't be further from the truth. As we exist in multiple dimensions, our awareness is the same, and we have the ability to exist in multiple dimensions at the same time. And having a body is what actually makes us, or rather gives us the ability to experience different levels of consciousness through our physical vessel. There was, and this is actually where the role of the body actually comes in. The process of transformation and spiritual experiences actually, for the purpose of liberation, actually is done through the body, through our body's inner energy field. If we were outside of it, we would simply be a soul, and we would be, we wouldn't have that ability to feel these different experiences, because being in third dimensional consciousness actually allows us the widest array of sensory experiences available. Because if we're in higher dimensions, then because it would be more of an ascended experience and not even a physical experience necessarily. Once you get past certain levels, you wouldn't have that physicality there to even experience it. So, and this is how source energy gains self-consciousness, by experiencing life through us. And as we allow the process to take place, by studying, practicing, and creating the life that you're designed to do, and yes, you have, and everybody has their own unique design in which they are meant to move through life very specifically. I mean, that's a whole other conversation, but when we go against it, which everybody does because it's the way we've been conditioned to do, that's why we experience suffering. That's the underlying energetic reason why we experience suffering, because we cling to all these old, outdated behaviors, and thus by going through the body and learning how to liberate ourselves, we can then start to release these old ways of being, and remember how we are actually designed and what we're here to do. So by remembering this process, by practicing, by educating, and constantly being in the process of a curious mind, is how we are then able to direct ourselves in the direction that we're meant to go in. And as we create, it deepens our connection to one another and to ourselves. Thus, really quantifying which is available in energetic form at any given moment through the unified field. So as we create, it as I said, it deepens our connection, and thus allows us to raise our frequency all at the same time, because we are physical beings with this aspect of multi-dimensionality. We actually have the ability to experience multiple dimensions at the same time. So I can have spouts of insight, and at the same time I can also have I can also feel my feet. I can be aware of the fact that I'm thinking. Metacognition is actually the highest level of thinking possible. Is to state that you are in fact aware that you are thinking, and this is really the whole purpose of meditation. So it's not enough just to do healing practices. We actually need to put them into the creative process in order for them to deepen and integrate into the work that we're actually doing, because it activates that new level of awareness, because it's already coded. First of all, it's already coded within us, but it's also coded in our desire, whatever it is that we're trying to achieve. For me, I'm building I'm building Allura, and let me tell you, it's been many years of learning and trying things and figuring things that work out, pivoting, scrapping this, starting over, changing plans. Now again, that's my energetic makeup. So I've learned to trust it, and I've learned to follow it. So, and the more you do it, the more you learn to trust it, the more you realize that it actually works, and you go from there. For some people, it's a little bit more linear. For me, it's and other people who have energy like I do, you look like a hot mess, but in actuality, there's actually a method to the madness. So you go over here, you try something, you go over here, you extract out what you need, and then as it starts to come together, you start to see this masterpiece. So in order to actually practice this integration process, what we do is we practice getting in touch with our inner body, because that's the gateway to start to experience, to really get in touch with what's actually going on in life energetically. And by experiencing all these different sensations, we learn to approach it from a very neutral standpoint, and thus, reserve judgment and just experience it. And this is what allows us to create peace and prosperity, because we're now entering in the totality of our energy and learning how to direct it and use it for the purpose of co-creation with the universe at large. So in order to do this, you want to get super quiet and really start to just tune your energy inward and really start to feel your inner body. You may not start with your hands and feet. It's probably the best place to start. You can also put your hands together like this and just kind of gently pulse them so you can experience what's there. And then eventually you will start to feel it. So try it for a few minutes. Put on some soft music. Put on like a guided meditation or something like that. Better to find something that is about feeling your inner energy. And then just from there, it's just practice. So if you want more information, send me a DM and comment masterclass.